Hello, Indian Hills parents. Dr. Christensen here. I'm going to talk to you about everything you need to know about Indian Hills registration. Actually, I'm just going to talk through the introduction and talk about advanced classes. There will be different people who will be talking about different sections depending on what you want to know more about. So, welcome. Through all of the videos that you're going to be seeing, you should understand the registration process. You'll be able to understand what electives and wheel classes, including Spanish, that students will be able to take. You'll learn more about advanced courses and learn about the athletics and different activities that will be available at Indian Hills in 8th grade. I am Dr. Christensen. I'm the principal. Mr. Sinram will talk. He's the assistant principal and athletic director. Mr. Rich will cover most of this as one of the counselors, and of course, you know Mrs. Cunningham, the other counselor. Very important to understand 8th graders at this age. Good to go in and learn more about the characteristics of middle school students. They are going through a lot of rapid growth. So they come into us as 7th graders and they're very short, and they leave us and they're often taller than us, sometimes over 6 foot. So they're going through a lot of physical growth. Their hormones are going through a lot of changes. Sometimes they don't even know why they're sad or why they're emotional or why they feel any way that they feel. Be aware they're going through a lot. It is the last time they grew this much, they were 2 years old, and you know what they call terrible twos. So they also have gotten to where you were the most important person in their life, and now their friends are the most important people in their lives. So it's really important for you to be aware of who they're hanging out with, know the parents, know the students, check, verify, make sure they're being safe, know who they're hanging around with. 8th grade is usually called the fog year. So they've learned stuff, but for some reason this year they don't remember. But they seem to come out of the fog and go, oh, yeah, maybe I remember that. So they're in that fog time. Power plays. Middle school students are the most powerful economic group in our country. Everything that's going on purchasing, they are the number one people driving that. So social media, what they're buying, what they're wearing, they have a lot of power, but it's your money. So try to avoid power plays. And try to decide what is the most important thing that you want your student to do. I expect you to have good grades. I expect you to go to bed at a certain time. I expect that your cell phone is plugged in my room before you go to bed. So decide what is most important. Live by those rules. Otherwise, try to give them some freedom. Try not to get into arguments. Try not to be in power plays. State these are the expectations, and then give them some freedom, and then always check in. They need practice being an adult. So give them opportunities and scenarios that you're also still checking in with, that they get to act like an adult. All right? So remember, not only are their bodies growing and their emotions and their hormones changing, but their brain is developing. And remember, the brain develops from the bottom to the front. The front is where they're able to make good decisions. That's not done until 24, 26. Sometimes they're saying as old as 30. Crazy, I know it. So this is purposeful. It gives them the ability to take chances and to try things and to not be afraid to do things. But that also can be dangerous. So you got to be still checking in. They're very interested in helping others. So find ways to get them involved in service learning opportunities, things through church or other religious affiliation, other spiritual opportunities. They especially like to work with older adults who are like their grandparents. All right, starting to go through some orientation. You're here really because you want to know about advanced classes. We have a great curriculum. Everybody takes math, science, social studies, English. Their wheel this year is financial literacy, tech ed, or engineering technology is what they call it now, and family and consumer science. Students can still sign up for computer science. They can sign up for Spanish 1 for high school credit. And they can take either band, choir, or orchestra, but it's not required. And then we have a lot of courses that are available for students who need a little more support. Advanced classes started actually in 7th grade with math, but in 8th grade it opens up to other subjects. We have advanced pathways all the way through. Everybody should have opportunities to take these courses at some time through junior high or high school. There's no longer a qualification system, although I will let you know who should be in these advanced classes and who maybe should not. But you and your student with the teacher can make these decisions. We'll give you some characteristics that help students determine if they have the characteristics to be in advanced classes at this point. But be aware of the pathway. So if you take the first course, what does that mean for the second, the third, the fourth? All students should take at least one AP course while in high school. That is our goal. Hopefully you'll be able to take many. Besides AP courses, there are also DMAT credit courses. So take DMAT credit courses, take AP courses for college credit, for DMAT credit. Those are two different things. But you should be able to get maybe your first year of college done while you're in high school. A student may drop if they feel like, hey, I've gotten myself over my head, but really this is the year to try different advanced classes. So these classes are designed for students who have a high A in 7th grade in the course. They also should be in the advanced range on the Iowa Assessment or ISASP. Reading and writing should be in the advanced range for advanced English. Reading, writing, and social studies for advanced social studies. Math and science for advanced science. The advanced science does get very math heavy, so be aware of that. GPA should be around a 3.5. So that's who these courses are designated for. So take 1, take 2, take 3, take all 4 if you're doing math. That's up to you. If you want to try them, this is the year to try, and then you'll kind of know what you want to do when you get to high school. We have advanced language arts and advanced social studies. These are the same standards as regular language arts and regular social studies. They just go deeper. That's it. They read a little higher levels and they go a little deeper. They have a bigger expectation for their writing in both of those classes. Advanced physical science. A lot of people want to take this course. You need to know that it is for high school credit. It is one of 2 courses. So if you take advanced physical science, you take advanced biology for DMAT credit as a 9th grader. These are rigorous classes. You have to have good math skills. You need to be able to get your work done. Okay? So if you're going to take advanced physical science, you may have loved it in 7th grade, science in 7th grade. This is going to be a whole different level. So make a good choice and know that this 8th grade course connects to a 9th grade course. Both of them are advanced. I also want to say that they're compressed. So you're really getting almost 3 years of science in 2 years. So it's a compressed course. It moves fast. It is at a higher level. You need to make a good decision about whether to take the course. A lot of you already know what math level you're in right now. The grade level math is pre-algebra. It has a lot of algebra skills. So people who are my age, this was algebra when we took it. Some people have already taken advanced pre-algebra, so they're now in algebra. This is for high school credit. So just be aware of that. We also have some students that are taking geometry already. So all students will have to get through Algebra 2 before graduating from high school and have at least 6 math credits. So look at the math pathways. Here's a copy of it. You can find this in the course catalog for either the junior highs or the high school. The big thing to know is that all students have the opportunity to get to calculus as a senior. That means calculus can be for DMAT credit or not for DMAT credit, could be for AP credit. But every student, regardless of if they're in pre-algebra in 8th grade, they can still get to calculus. So if you want to make sure that you're feeling very successful in math all the way through, regardless of the level that you're at, and then you're going to be fine going to college, regardless of any of the levels that you go. All right, Dr. C, signing out. Go Tigers.